It is 4 p.m. We're bringing developing news.
And the stories behind the headlines. This is Storycon. I'm Regina Lay.
I'm Ed Lingao. Some stories for watching this Wednesday, October 8th. The Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or the ICI, is recommending an immigration lookout bulletin order on over 30 people linked to the flood control mess. In a letter to the Justice Department, ICI Chairman Justice Andres Reyes Jr. said the move is necessary to prevent the subjects from leaving the country while the investigation is ongoing. The request includes incumbent Senators Chis Escudero, Jingo Estrada, and Joel Villanueva, as well as former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Former Senators Bong Revilla and Nancy Binay are also in the list. Note that an ILBO cannot prevent anyone from leaving the country. It only alerts authorities on the date, destination, and purpose of travel for those on the lookout order. Only a court-issued preventive hold departure order, or HDO, can prevent an individual from traveling abroad.
Speaking of the former House Speaker, Congressman Martin Romualdez has been invited by the ICI to explain allegations of budget insertions and control over DPWH projects during his term as House Speaker. Romualdez is expected to appear before the Commission on Tuesday, October 14 at 10 a.m. The Anti-Money Laundering Council has frozen over 4 billion pesos worth of assets linked to alleged corruption in government flood control projects. And the freeze order covers 1,620 bank accounts, 54 insurance policies, 163 vehicles, 40 properties, and 12 e-wallets. The AMLAC recently signed an agreement with the ICI to boost cooperation in tracking illicit financial activities. In relation to that, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, has filed multiple tax evasion complaints against contractors Curly and Sarah Discaya, along with a corporate officer of St. Gerard Construction Company. The BIR said the couple's total tax liability amounts to 7.1 billion pesos, covering unpaid taxes from the purchases of 9 luxury vehicles, as well as documentary stamp taxes from their divestment in the company. Investigators also found that the Discayas failed to file income tax returns from 2018 to 2021. And the BIR said this is just the first set of complaints, with more to come as the audit of the Discayas businesses continues.
The U.S. State Department has reported that corruption remains a widespread problem in both the public and private sectors in the Philippines. The Philippines ranked 114th out of 118 nations in the 2024 Transparency International Corruption Perceptions Index, a position the country has maintained since 2019. The report also highlighted the Bureau of Customs and the judicial system as major sources of corruption, with bribery, inconsistent regulations, and slow legal processes deterring investors.
Meantime, Senate President Tito Soto has announced that Senator Erwin Tulfo will be acting chair of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Soto said they're not discounting the possibility yet of resigned BRC head Senator Ping Lacson staying on. But he said, and we quote, majority of the majority bloc still wants Lacson to head the powerful panel. If Lacson still refuses, there are 5 candidates still in the running for the post. These are Senators Pia Cayetano, Risa Hontiveros, Kiko Pangilinan, Raffy Tulfo, and JV Ejercito. The 3 male candidates have earlier said they're not inclined to accept the chairmanship.
Yung majority na pag-usapan na we are not discounting any of the 5 na pwede naming makausap na maging chairman ng Blue Ribbon. As a matter of fact, most of us, kung present lahat, they would like to appeal to Senator Lacson. But in the meantime, Senator Erwin Tulfo, being the vice chairman, automatically becomes the chairman right now. So he is the acting chairman. And we all agree that he's acting chairman. So I called him and I made sure that he accepted it, and he did accept it.
Back to the ICI, Malacanang says the fact-finding commission will stay despite the appointment of Justice Secretary Boying Remulla as the new ombudsman. Palace Press Officer Yusek Claire Castro said that at this point, there's no reason to abolish the ICI as it complements the work of the Ombudsman. She says the Commission is doing its part in collecting documents and other information vital to the investigation into anomalous infrastructure projects, particularly those related to flood control. Yusek Castro has also dismissed reports that a member of ICI is resigning.
Unang-una po, ang ombudsman po kasi hindi lamang po tutok ito sa flood control projects. Marami pong kaso na dapat natuunan din, pagtuunan ng pansin ang ombudsman. So, hindi po natin nakikitaan na ito ang dahilan upang gibain or wakasan ang trabaho po ng ICI dahil ang ICI po ay tutok sa maanumalyang flood control projects at mga infrastructure. Mas mapapabilis po ang magiging trabaho at pag-iimbestiga ng Ombudsman at ng DOJ kung may kumpleto na pong dokumento na manggagaling sa ICI.
And joining us today is Starcon's resident political heckler, Tito Ral Llamas.
Magandang hapon.
Okay, sorry.
Bakit pag siya nagsasabi ng heckler, you don't take issue with it? But when I say it,
Hindi, yung issue ko internal.
internal yun.
Kinakabahan siya kasi kanina. Habang nagbabasa, ginagano yung papel para may hahampasin ka.
Hindi, because it's curled
Gumagano
up.
siya ng papel kanino. Kung sino
It's
hahampasin ka.
curled up so binabaliktad ko lang so that it flattens out. Grabe naman.
Di ba? Ikaw mas malapit sa kanya. Anyway.
So malicious.
Good boy ako eh.
And from the Philippine Star, of course, we've got EIC, Emmy Pamintuan. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Ami.
Hi everybody, happy Wednesday.
Talagang pag makulimlim,
Happy ba
Ami.
kayo?
Pag makulimlim, talagang mainit ang suot mo. Namumula.
Orange yan, orange. Taylor Swift yan. Kayo naman.
Taylor Swift ba? Orange yung ano?
Ha?
Orange yung ano
Orange
niya
yung
ngayon,
Taylor Swift,
color nung ano niya.
Okay.
Hindi, yung color niya ngayon, yung bago niyang ano. Yung bago niyang ano, album.
Yung headlines niyo, Ami.
Ano
Eh
ba?
di pare-pareho tayo. Happy ba kayo dyan? Mukhang nagkalituhan dun sa ICI, dun sa ano, no? Sa whole departure, sa kayong ILBO, no?
Oo.
Monitoring
wala-
lang naman yan. Di
wala-
mo naman pigilan. Di mo mapipigilan yung umalis.
Wala naman hold departure order at this point.
Ang value
Hindi,
kasi
hindi.
nung...
Sabi nila para daw mapigilan, di ba, ang pag-alis.
Ang value kasi ng ILBO, parang kwan siya,
Immigration Lookout
Monitoring lang
Bulletin
yan,
Order.
monitoring.
indicative siya eh. Indicative siya dun sa things to come. Parang ito yung mga nasa listahan ng iniimbestigahan. No? Ito yung eventually pwedeng magkaroon ng HDO, Hold Departure Order, at eventually ay ipasa sa mga korte para kasuhan. Ano, hindi naman
So,
Ang nag-hold departure, nagpapa-hold departure, di ba? Court.
korte.
Yeah.
Korte.
So,
It has to be the court.
so you're
Hindi
saying
pwede yung
this,
prosecution.
you're saying this is a prelude to an HDO.
Most probably. Most probably.
And for me, the big thing about it is the fact that we are naming the top congressional officers, right? Nandiyan si former House Speaker Martin Romualdez, former Senate President Chis Escudero, Senators Jinggoy Estrada, Joel Villanueva, and Bong Revilla. And by the way, si Senator Joel Villanueva wasn't in the first version that was released to the media.
Kaya kinorek nila.
Oo, nag-send sila ng revised version that includes Senator Villanueva later on.
Narinig yata nila, nagreklamo ka.
Wala kang ako nireklamo. I was just reading the list. And a number of
Paliwanag to proceed.
a number of congressmen and women, and of course a number of DPWH officials. Yan yung full list that we're flashing on your screens right now.
But Bok, if it's a prelude to a possible HDO, aren't they showing their hand and telling them, oy, baka bigyan namin kayo ng HDO?
Exactly. Paano ang problema
Hindi
ng
naman sila magbibigay,
ICI? They have to
korte.
show something eh. Parang naghihintay yung mga tao. Ano pa ginagawa nyo?
To pacify the people yan.
Oo. So, nilabas na nila yan. No? Kaya hirap naman. Sikreto na nga. Wala pang lumalabas na kahit ano. Eh, di nilabas
nga.
na nila.
Kaya nga, kasi pag pinatawag yan, di ba, may mga sinabpi na eh. Hindi pa rin daw nila gagawing open yung hearing nila eh.
Yeah.
Yan na lang yung mga yan na lang yung tatapon sa mga yung mga makukulit.
Yeah.
O yan, meron tayong
Alam ko,
monitoring.
bukas pinatawag nila si former Speaker Martin Romualdez at saka si DBM Secretary Amina Pagandaman.
No, yung invitation kay Speaker Romualdez is next week pa.
Next
October
week pa. Kala ko
14,
bukas eh.
10 a.m. I mean, na-issue na yata to his office, but the date is for next week, October 14.
We just needed to qualify that kasi a lot of people mistake an ILBO with the whole departure
Yes.
order.
Order.
Two
It's
quite
not a whole
different things
departure
altogether.
order.
Pero actually, yung ILBO, pwedeng gamitin para maperwisyo ka.
Paperwisyo, oo.
Parang,
Maraming tanong.
daming tanong. Uy, nakaalis na aeroplano. Sorry.
Eh,
Sorry,
hindi.
Red
Hanggang ngayon naman ginagawa yan ng mga ano eh.
Well, you think they can't afford to get a new ticket?
And excuse me, I'm sure a lot of these, well, not I'm sure, but what if some of them fly first or business class? Hindi ka, there's a special lane for that.
Pwede.
Diretso yan.
For their own
You
jet.
don't
Oh, their
go
own
through the...
Actually,
Sarili nila
yung
jets.
yung dati kay Gloria Macapagal
Oh, tell us about that.
ILBO lang yun eh. So, dumiretso siya sa airport. Paalis na siya. Nauna ng a few minutes yung kanyang whole departure order. Kaya pagdating niya, hindi na siya pwedeng umalis. Kala niya ILBO lang
Kaya
siya.
nga.
Pero hindi naman siya hold.
Ha?
Hindi naman siya...
May nahabol.
Meron nag-issue yung korte.
Hindi siya nakasakay.
Ah, okay.
Nagkaroon ng whole departure
Nag-HDO na
order.
talaga, okay.
Nag-HDO na nung
Oo.
pagdating niya sa airport.
So, umabot pa.
Papunta siya ng airport, akala niya ILBO lang.
But how many people know that? Kasi Laila de Lima took a lot of flack for that. People were saying na she held Gloria Arroyo with only an ILBO.
Hindi ko alam, nabalitaan ko lang yun eh.
So, you're saying meron talaga whole departure order na ihabol last minute?
Naihabol, last minute.
Hindi lang ILBO ang basis for holding GMA.
Pero lahat yan, nabalitaan ko lang.
Ba't kung talaga meron, bakit nabalita?
After the fact.
Okay, after the fact. Okay.
Wala naman nagtatanong. Parang...
Si Judge mo pa siya.
Tanda mo yun, Ami. Di ba nagkagulo-gulo sa airport noon? Tapos si GMA naka-wheelchair pa, tsaka naka-neck brace ata. Oo, tapos
Kaya
nagkakagulo
galit
yung mga tao
na galit
around her.
eh.
Kaya yung joke now is maglabasan na ng neck braces, right? And wheelchairs.
Si Judge mo pa siya tayo naglabas ng whole departure order.
Okay, so there was an
Nabalitaan ko lang.
ECO. Talaga ito.
Pasay Judge.
But teka lang, was she really on her way out to escape or was that, a
She was
scheduled
leaving the
trip?
country. Oh, I don't know.
You never
Meron
know,
lang
right?
siyang scheduled trip.
Maybe
May
it's a-
scheduled trip lang.
Maybe, you never
Parang
know.
kanyan eh. Presence of malice. Internal yan sa kanya. Mahirap hulaan. Talagang gusto niyang umalis ng bansa.
Oo.
Pero afternoon kasi, nakulong siya.
So,
Okay.
veterans ba yan? Veterans?
But anyways, talking about ICI, somebody doing something, eto na, nauna na yung BIR, no, in terms of filing charges against the Vizcaya couple, charging them with total tax liabilities of 7.1 billion pesos, covering all of their assets, covering the unpaid taxes on the 9 luxury vehicles, as well as dock stamp taxes. That's part of the paperwork when you're divesting or you're buying shares into a company. And the biggest thing is they failed to file ITRs daw, income tax returns from 2018 to 2021. So kaya naging 7.1 billion pesos.
Ang
And
sabi,
this is just the
ang na-freeze daw ay 4 billion. Pero di ba na-freeze yung mga air assets ni Saldico? That's 4.7 billion.
close to 5, yeah.
Ayan nga, so iba pa yon.
Iba pa yun. Discayas to eh.
Discaya to.
Disguise
to.
lang.
Ito yung the Discayas.
What's surprising is, ITR, hindi sila nagka-file, billion-billion kinikita.
Yes. Paano
clear.
nangyari yun?
Hindi clear if they meant personal individual
Oh, yeah.
ITRs
Iba yun,
or
oh.
business ITRs. Baka nagpo-file ng...
Baka
But then,
corporate yun,
the
oo.
amount is too big
It's
for
for
it to be
big,
personal
yeah.
ITRs eh.
Tapos
So,
Baka
yung big
corporate
companies,
yun.
they're not filing ITRs.
7.1 billion yung utang nila na taxes para dun sa kanilang luxury vehicles. Eh, hindi naman 7 billion yung luxury vehicles nila.
Baka,
Ano yung penalties? May mga penalties na?
Hindi. They just said unpaid taxes from the 9 luxury vehicles, which is why
Total.
I suspect na
Yung
yung
ITRs
ITRs are related to their construction companies kasi masyado siyang malaki. If it's
Corporate.
just unpaid taxes for the luxury vehicles, what's that? That's tens of millions of pesos, right? Taxes lang yung pinag-usapan natin eh. And then also the dock stamp taxes for their divestment from their companies. That's also what? Just a few million pesos. So paano naging 7 billion?
Yun nga, yun yung tanong.
So I suspect may kinilaman to sa ITRs that for the companies
Corporate.
that are linked to them, correct? Because it's really
Just
big.
a few million pesos. Parang ano.
Hindi kasi baka kaya hindi nagbayad. Di ba kiniklaim nila, umalis na sila dun sa kumpanya.
Oo.
Di ba?
Could be, oo.
Yun ang kiniklaim
Sa
nila.
Could be.
Kaya kung hahabulin yan ngayon, pag-aawayan pa, kung nasa kumpanya pa ba kayo o hindi. Di ba, dinideny nila na nasa kumpanya pa. Yung iba, some of those companies.
Correct.
Di ba sinasabi nila,
Like-
hindi na sila kasama ron.
Like Saint Timothy, I think. Because when she appeared at the hearings, she said she was only representing Alpha
Hindi
and
na.
Omega. Tama?
Saka Saint Gerard yata kanila. Yun.
Or Alpha and Omega. But they've divested Saint Timothy, which is still being run by a relative, right?
Ang hirap niya, yung ganyang karaming luxury vehicles, dapat pinapaandar yan eh. Tapos,
Saka isipin mo, umaga, pupunasan mo yan.
Oo nga, eh.
Sa bagay, hindi nila
yung,
pupunasan sila.
yung motor ko lang eh, kailangan patakbuhin yun, kung hindi masisira yung makina nun. Eh, paano pa yung mga ganyan, di ba?
Baka naman
Hindi,
there's
para
enough
naman
staff.
daw doon sa mga anak
Siguro
nila,
may
one a
kailangang
day.
kotse.
Ha?
Ibig sabihin, meron ka mga
Para
full-time
sa mga
staff.
apat na anak, one a day. Hindi ba? Hindi. Nagigess lang ako.
One per day of the week.
One per day of the week for 4 children. Kaya ganon.
Hindi mo kasi maunawaan kaming mga alta kotse.
Oh, yun nga, I
Kami
don't
mga alta
understand.
kasi,
Oo nga eh.
hindi mo kami may maunawaan eh. Iba yung aming mga pamantayan. No? Kayo
I
mga
don't know what
pedestrian dyan sa baba.
Anyways, that's just the first set of complaints. That's just the first set of complaints. The auditing continues for their tax liabilities. Pero ito yung nakagulat, at least for me, is yung AMLAC has frozen more than 4 billion pesos of assets linked to corruption in flood control projects and the number of bank accounts, 1,620. First,
Initial pa lang.
May
Initial
kumakalat
first
na ano,
list pa
Ed,
lang
meron
to.
ba kayong na-verify? May na-verify ba kayo? Na-dispose na daw yung mga aeroplano ni Saldico eh. Yun yung kumakalat ngayon, hindi
Yeah,
namin
that's spread last
ma-verify.
week pa eh.
Pero ano na daw, tapos na raw. Hindi ba hinold ng kaap eh?
Ano
Pero
yung
natuloy
disposal?
daw eh. Yun ang hindi namin ma-verify
baka
ngayon.
may gray market for second-hand Gulf
I think you
streams.
deregister it first locally so that they cannot sell
Oh.
it internationally.
And they blocked that deregistration, right?
That was what they were supposed
Pero
to do.
na-dispose daw, natuloy daw.
Tapos, hindi
Hindi
yan
lang namin
ganun kadaling,
verified ah.
Hindi kasi sa LTO yan eh. Kaya.
hindi yan ganun kadaling ilabas ng bansa dahil maraming papeles ang kailangan dyan eh. It will take time.
Again, I don't understand. Kayo lang yun eh.
Kami lang eh.
Oo.
Kami lang yan.
Baka may gray market for second-hand Gulf streams, right? And
Saan mo ipaparada yan?
Helicopter, di ba?
For
Dalawang
chopper.
Baka
helicopter.
kinakahoy, di ba? O iyo yung kaliwang pakpak, akan yung kanan. Tapos benta ko sa Banawi.
Sa talyer,
Oh,
sa mga talyer.
Sa Banawi.
Para sa talyer dyan, makikita mo.
Yung gulong yan, mahal siguro yung gulong yan. Benta yan kagad sa
Pwede yung
Banawi.
gamitin sa ano, sa Medevac, pwede.
Guess nga natin yung kaap para malaman natin kung ano nangyari dyan.
No. Yan.
Ano pa sa niyo, Ami?
Ano?
Ano pa sa niyo?
Yan lang mga dagdag, mga nabasa nyo na lahat eh. Nabangan nga namin yung baka i-announce ngayon yung, hindi pala matutuloy. Kala namin i-announce ngayon yung Blue Ribbon.
Blue
ba?
Ribbon, no?
May bagong twist
Hindi
ah.
matutuloy eh.
May bagong
Ha?
twist. Ang sabi ni Tito Soto ay may possibility
They're
pa.
still trying to convince, yeah.
May possibility pa raw na hindi bumaba si Senator Ping Lacson.
Ano usap? Ano
Hindi,
kahapon
yun yung
kasi?
wish lang ng majority. No takers kasi daw eh.
Oo.
Sa Blue Ribbon, no takers.
Malas kasi yung Blue Ribbon, lahat na nag-take niyan from TG Kingona to Gordon to Francis Tolentino, lahat talo eh.
kasi mali eh. No takers sa Blue Ribbon, pero pag i-alok mo yung Senate presidency, maraming takers.
Oo, marami. Pero pag hindi mo nakuha, magtawag ka na lang ng snap election.
So,
Pero yung investigation sa yung farm to market, overpriced. Lahat
Yes.
na lang overpriced. Kung hindi overpriced, yung flood ghost, Saka yung sa hospitals, yan, yung mga inaabangan natin today.
But
Mga ongoing investigations.
But coming back to Blue Ribbon, I think 3 of them, the gentlemen have
Have turned it
declined.
Yeah.
Si JV, si Rafi, and
Kiko.
Kiko, that's it.
Kiko.
Si Senator Pia Cayetano gave a press conference just a few minutes before we went to air, and she said she has to think about it seriously. Ito na yung kaninang press conference niya. Sabi niya she has to take time to think about it because she's already handling 2 committees, Energy and Ways and Means. Ways and Means is, of course, also very important. And
Yes.
she needs to take some time to think about it if she can still handle the work. Of course, not a lot of people know that
She
Pia
was.
a Blue Ribbon Committee chair at
Yeah.
some point last year, 2024. Although
People don't remember that.
Oh, kahit ako. Hindi ko alam na naging Blue Ribbon check.
For whatever reason.
I guess this was a
Usually-
peaceful time then.
Usually, kung Blue Ribbon, kilala ka eh. Dahil, kwan yan corruption eh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah.
And we never seem to have any lack of that.
Kaya nga, siguro, kwan lang, selective amnesia.
Maybe. Okay. Speaking of the Senate, let's get the latest now on what's happening in the upper chamber. We have mobile journalist Mary Mon Reyes with us.
Pink na pink si Mary Mon,
Go ahead.
Hi, Mary Mon.
Ay, Mary
Good
Mon.
afternoon. Magandang hapon sa inyo. Sinabi naman kanina din ni Senate President Tito Soto na doon nga sa caucus na ginawa ng Senate Majority, napagkasunduan nila na since si Senator Erwin Tulfo ay Vice Chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee, siya muna technically ang manunungkulan as acting chairman ng Blue Ribbon. At sabi naman ni SP Soto, nakausap niya naman daw itong tinawagan niya si Senator Erwin at tinanggap naman ito ng senador, pero ang sinabi ni Sen Erwin acting daw muna. And kani-kanina lang din naglabas din ng statement itong si Senator Erwin na nagpapasalamat sa tiwala ni SP at ng mga kapwa niya senador, pero umaasa rin daw siya na sa lalong madaling panahon sana meron ng araw mapili o meron ng manungkulan na permanent na chair ng Blue Ribbon Committee. And so far doon din kasi sa 5 mga candidates, sabi ni SP Soto, technically wala pa nga talagang may gusto, wala pang nag-express ng kanilang welcomeness o openness para kunin ang BRC chairmanship. And more precisely dahil karamihan sa kanila, tulad din ng statements na Senator JV, Senator Kiko, nais muna nilang tutukan yung kanilang mga current committee chairmanships, and for the case of Senator Raffy, advocacy niya rin kasi yung mga yoon. So, pero nonetheless, hindi pa rin naman daw natatanggal sa usapan itong 5 kandidato at so far, majority rin daw sa majority, gusto pa rin daw kasing manatili si Senator Ping as BRC chair.
So acting pa lang yan, no? But kasi there were some reports earlier that a good number of senators prefer a committee chairman ng Blue Ribbon who is also a lawyer. Not saying it's a majority. I'm just saying that there are several senators who have said that daw. I'm wondering if there was any indication along those lines dun sa majority bloc.
And there are only 5 of them lawyers there.
Actually,
Oo, ang nasabi dyan ni SP Soto, technically wala naman daw hindi naman daw requirement
Yes,
na
not
dapat
requirement.
abogado ang
Yeah.
manunungkulan sa Blue Ribbon. Pero kanina, ang sabi naman ni Senator Pia, may advantages if ever na lawyer nga manunungkulan. Plus sa kanila, 24, 5 silang mga abogado. So, malaking tulong din naman daw yun. Pero nakikita niya rin na maaari din naman daw aralin at busiin itong ins and outs ng Blue Ribbon kung sino man ang manunungkulan sa kanila. And natanong din ng media kanina kay SP Soto kung magiging permanent ba after quite some time itong chairmanship as acting chair muna si Senator Erwin. Sabi naman dyan ni SP Soto, magkakaroon muna sila ng Blue Ribbon Committee meetings para pag-usapan ang mga yan, para plansyahin daw yung ilang mga bagay na kailangang talakayin sa Blue Ribbon. Lalo pa ngayon kasi out of town si Senator Erwin. So, yun yung isa sa mga inaabangan nila. And ang assurance din ni SP Soto, tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman daw ang mga pagdinig ng committee. That also includes ang Blue Ribbon at hindi niya raw alam kung saan nanggagaling yung mga nagsasabing nahinto ang investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon Committee.
Mary Mon,
Mary Mon, wala bang interesado, wala bang kahit isang senador nag-express ng interest na ako, pwede ko, na Blue Ribbon? Wala bang ganon?
Nako, Miss Ami, doon sa 5 candidates, so far wala pa. Pero kanina, nakapanayam din ng media si Senate Minority Leader Alan Peter Cayetano at natanong sa kanya na kung sakali ba na i-alok sa minority o sa kanya mismo itong BRC chairmanship. Ang sabi naman ni Senator Alan, open naman daw siya doon sa idea pero ayaw niya muna raw maging presumptuous. And hindi rin naman daw lingid sa kaisipan na maaari rin naman daw sa minority ibato yung chairmanship ng Blue Ribbon kung choice naman nila yun. Pero hindi muna raw sila nangingialam sa mga kailangan pag-usapan at pagdesisyonan daw ng majority.
never talaga naging presumptuous si Senator Alan Peter.
Mary Mon naman, ang question ni Ami, meron ba dun sa 5 na
Hindi,
nagsabi?
sa mga senator,
Sa lahat na Okay, sorry.
Na willing, oo, na willing.
Mary Mon, On a different topic, may reaction na ba dyan? May naririnig ka na ba mula sa mga senador tungkol dito sa paglagay ng ICI sa tatlo nilang mga kasama dyan sa ILBO, sa ILBO?
So far, wala pa. Sinusubukan ng media na makakuha ng komento mula dito kanila Senator Cheese, kanila Senator Jinggoy. Pero so far, wala pa silang nagiging komento. Si SP Soto naman kanina, mabilisan na tanong din ng media. Pero parang bago pa sa kaalaman ni SP Soto during that time, sabi niya hindi niya pa raw alam, titignan niya raw muna itong lookout bulletin.
Pero ready humarap si Senator Cheese sa ICI, ano? Sinabi na niya yon.
Tama yan. Maging sina Senator Joel, sina Senator Jinggoy sa mga lumipas na privilege speeches nila, sinasabi na nila na ready sila at bukas daw silang mag-participate doon sa investigasyon. At to quote this, si Senator Joel, meron nga siyang mga receive para raw mapatunayan na yung mga paratang na binabato sa kanya o kaya sa kanila ng iba't ibang mga personalidad, hindi raw totoo.
Okay, we'll leave that there. Thank you so much for your reporting, Merimon Reyes, coming to us live from the Senate. Thanks, Merimon.
Thank you,
Thanks, Ma'am.
Merimon.
Okay, I think we have another guest
Andyan na
already
siya.
ready. Andyan na? Okay, let's bring in our
Well,
next...
wala pa
Ay,
yung
nakikita ko na
signal,
siya.
but we're not getting, well,
Wala
we don't
pa?
have the signal yet. But yeah, so much interest. Ito ba yung calculation ni Senping when he decided to resign? He knows that there's not going to be anyone who's willing to step up and therefore pabalik din sa kanya. Is that part of it?
I wouldn't know.
He says he wouldn't know, but he knows a lot.
I wouldn't know.
Anong huling usapan ninyo? Is he reconsidering?
Kami? Hindi mo kami nag-uusap
Telepathy.
Hindi daw nag-uusap. Okay. Let's bring in our second guest for this afternoon. We are talking to one of the men of the hour, Baguio City Mayor and former ICI Special Advisor, Benji Magalong. Good afternoon, Mayor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Mayor.
I
Wala.
think we lost the line. I'm so sorry.
Wala pa.
But he was ready just a second ago. So we'll try him back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so ano yung, what's Senator Ping's sentiment last time
Well,
you
kung,
spoke to him?
kung sinasabi ni Senator Soto na open pa si Senator Ping, na hindi pa siya absolutely sarado, that's a mouthful. Dahil hindi naman
That says something.
Hindi naman niya sasabihin yon
Oo.
na hindi sila dalawa nag-usap.
Yeah.
Kaya at least may maliit na possibility
A
na
sliver of hope.
oo.
Itsura niya.
Di ba? Ay, sinabi kasi kahapon, yes is yes, no is no, di ba?
Yes, yes,
Yan ang
yes,
sabi
yes.
ni Ping Lacson.
Yes is yes, no is no.
Oo, yan ang sabi niya eh. Siguro may mga nangungulit. Alam mo, paano yan, Senator Ping, walang gusto mag-take over.
Tsaka, Ami, ang pangit ng itsura kasi,
Kaya nga.
kalagitnaan ng investigasyon at lumalabas sa investigasyon na may mga senador na involved, biglang mag-i-step down yung head ng Blue Ribbon. Ano yung itsura nun? Di ba? Sa publiko.
Pero yun na nga kung bakit ayaw naman nung iba na mag-take over. Dahil involved yung mga kasama nila eh.
Tsaka,
Kaya walang may
masusukat
gusto
sila.
na ano.
Masusukat sila kay Senator Ping Lacson.
Oh.
Di ba? May kukumpara sila eh.
Whoever takes over, ang tanong sa kanya nasusunod so iimbestigahan ba yung binanggit ng
Oo.
nakaraang hearing?
Bakit nagbabasilate ka? Bakit si Senator Ping Lacson hindi nagbabasilate? Mga ganun ba na lalabas? No? Lalo na kung may mga podcaster na katulad ng iba dyan na makukulit. No?
But you know, talking to former Senator Dick Gordon yesterday, it reminded me of something. Remember when the rest of the Senate did not sign his final committee report?
Yeah.
So baka mangyari din to dito, right? He wrote the report on Farmally.
Mag-isa lang siya. Mag-isa lang. Ang lungkot nun.
Siya
Finale
lang
sa
ang
ombudsman.
Siya lang ang
Malungkot yun.
pumirma.
Pag ikaw yung chairman ng committee, tapos mag-isa ka lang pumirma.
But it does happen din. Like si Senator Amy Marcos earlier this year, di ba? Yung pagkatapos ng kanyang Foreign Relations Committee hearing, naglabas siya ng initial report of the chairperson.
Oo.
Doon sa Duterte, Duterte in the Hague.
Dirty arrest.
So it does happen.
It does happen. But of course,
Sabi ko na naman, malungkot.
oh.
Diba? Chairman ka ng committee.
So what if
tapos
it
ikaw lang
happens?
pipirma sa report.
So what if it happens this time? And what was the point of all those hearings, right?
So,
Remember,
Hindi
in
naman
aid of
kailangan na yun
You're asking
Kasi
us or
ipo-forward
you're-
mo yun dun sa ano eh.
ombudsman.
Po-forward mo sa prosecutor, sa ombudsman, sa DOJ. Hindi naman nila kailangan kaya may signature yun o wala. Basta naglabasa na yan. Yan ang kaya importante na public hearing. Nakita na ng tao eh.
Yeah.
People
Actually,
have expectations. Kaya may pumirma dyan, kaya wala. Meron ng pressure dun sa prosecutor mag-imbestiga na kayo.
Yeah.
Ganun yun.
Except
Kaya
the
ang
last...
hirap pag
Yeah.
hindi naka-open yung hearing.
Yeah.
Hindi natin alam kung ano nangyayari.
Correct.
And
Correct.
this time, pag may ganyan kasi the public knows what happened. Regardless of whether you sign it
Yeah.
or not, the public has already heard and judged.
Doesn't matter. Kung kaya pumirma ka, hindi.
lalo na sa Blue Ribbon, lahat nanonood. Di ba? Lahat
Sa Blue
nanonood
Ribbon.
Oo. Parang kanya yan eh. Parang impeachment, lahat abogado. Di ba? Pag
In
impeachment, lahat
fact,
nanonood.
lalo ka mababaon kung hindi ka pumirma. Di ba? After all the hearings, alam ng mga tao, nanood, magtataka sila, bakit di ka pumirma?
Except,
Yan, may ganung ano.
except with the Farmally, it was filed with the ombudsman nga yung committee report, final committee report, but nothing happened.
Marami hindi nangyari ng
Hindi,
ombudsman.
meron.
May-
May cases, it's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
Hindi lang nasama
Pero hindi
si
nakulong.
President Duterte, hindi siya kasama. Si Michael Yang, hindi kasama.
The former PSDBM
Hindi, wala
officials.
sila sa report. Yun ang magiging excuse ng ombudsman. Wala sa report ng Senate. But yun ang rekomendasyon. Nung chairman lang.
Nasa
Wala
Sandigan
siya sa
Bayan Hall.
committee report ng Senate.
Pangalan nun?
But
Ong
the
ba yun?
rest of the pinapursue.
Si Lincoln Ong Mohit
Lincoln Ong.
Turkani
Oh,
of
meron.
Farmally.
So, nasa
Meron sila,
Sandigan
it's
Bayan,
ongoing. Sa ombudsman.
Bayan?
Makukuha yan ni Boying Remulla. Makukuha niya yung kaso yan. Sa kanya pupunta yan.
No, I was wondering kasi kung isampa na sa Sandigan Bayan kasi that's the next step eh.
Parang naisampan pa, di ba? Oo. Parang umakit na nga sa korte.
But
Oo.
I also don't know what happened to the former PSDBM officials. Like si
Kasama sila.
Lloyd Christopher
Sila
Lau. Nakulong ba
Kasama
sila?
sila.
Were they jailed?
Ay, hindi. Hindi ko alam. I don't think so.
Kaya nga, it's like...
Tingnan mo, Ed, kung
Sige,
no
sige.
bail.
Pero plunder yan, ha? Ang laki
Plunder
ng-
siya eh.
Ang laki ng pera dyan. Dapat non-bailable, nakulong na siya.
12 billion yun, di ba?
well,
Yan ang sinasabi kahapon yan, no?
correct.
Yan ang sinasabi kahapon sa atin ni Dick
Gordon.
Gordon. Na
It's
ang
11
nag-approve, yung presidente, it's an emergency. Yun ang sinasabi naman ni Duque. Merong emergency at the time and
Bayanihan
yung
Act.
procurement daw na yon ginawa nila, under that emergency act.
Yeah, yung
Yan yung
Bayanihan
sinasabi
Act.
nila.
Oo.
Oh, pero habang may emergency, kailangan mo ba ng face shield? Yun naman ang tanong eh. Yung anak ko
Yan
na
na nga.
doktora sa Netherlands, sabi niya,
Overpricing, yan.
Papa, para saan yung face shield? No, hindi niya
Pag
maintindihan.
tumalsik yung virus, it lands on the
Virus
shield.
nga eh. Ang dami natin biniling
Uy,
face shield.
to
no?
be fair, at that time, we don't know how virulent the virus was.
Hindi natin
Okay?
alam eh.
But,
Sabi, pag bumahin lang, di ba? Magano ka ba?
Pero ba it's very
Diba?
nature virus, ibig sabihin, kwan yun.
remember,
Minuscule.
remember nung hindi ka rin pwede, I mean, you can't go inside groceries or restaurants without the face shield.
Yeah.
Ang
Saka
hirap nun,
baka daw
remember?
tumama
Pero,
sa mata
tayong
kapag
bansa
may
lang
nagbahin,
gumawa,
di ba?
Yeah.
No, tayong bansa lang ang gumawa nun. Lahat ng bansa hindi ginawa yun.
Correct.
Ikalawa, ito, labas na to sa
Ayan na
Parmali.
siya, no? Andyan
Bumili
na,
tayo
guess
ng
natin.
COVID vaccine sa China na worth 3,000 pesos each. Tapos, the same vaccines, binili ng Indonesia for 600 pesos each. So, ang laki ng discrepancy, times 5.
Times 5.
No?
It's the exact same vaccine, Sinovac.
Oo, Sinovac yun, pareho. Same time. No? Kaya, yun yung isang issue dyan eh.
But you know what?
Yes,
Alam mo,
emergency. Yes, nagmamadali. Pero kahit na, but Indonesia, ang laki ng difference sa binili. No?
Okay, I think we have him back online. Let's try him again. Baguio City Mayor and former ICI Special Advisor, Benji Magalong. Good afternoon, Mayor. Can you hear me?
Wala pa rin.
Sir, good afternoon. Can you hear us?
I said he was online and he's not.
Narinig.
Ayun,
ayun siya.
Ayun,
Medyo-
okay.
Hi, sir.
Hindi ko
Okay. Oh, yan
nakakita
na.
yung camera ko po.
Baka nasa Baguio
Pasensya
si sir.
Hi, Mayor.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, Mayor.
Kakapila ko ng Manila.
Long
Good
time no
afternoon po
see.
sa inyo lahat. Yes, sir. Okay po.
Okay, game. Ano? Who's
Sige
goes
na,
first?
umpisa nyo na.
So kamusta na kayo, sir? I mean, I know you stepped down, but we're still seeing you in some of the meetings with the ICI. I guess you're handing over to Rodolfo Azurin, no?
Yes.
Okay, yun lang po yung involvement nyo. Wala na po kayong they don't consult you for anything anymore.
Wala na akong consultation. We have a lot of pieces of evidence, documents, information, data that I need to turn over to General Azurin so that he can already start also yung kanyang function as special advisor. I really do not know kung kasama pa rin din yung Pulatilla na special advisor and investigator.
Kanina, Mayor, natanong ako sa isang interview tungkol sa inyo na kung kayo daw ay galit sa gobyerno at binabanatan niyo yung gobyerno. Ang sabi ko doon sa nag-interview, wala naman ako narinig na gano'n. No? Baka sabi ko, mas maganda na si Mayor ang tanungin nyo kung siya ay galit sa gobyerno at binabanatan niya ang gobyerno.
Sorry, and Mayor, and related to that, the other thing that people accuse you of is DDS ka daw, kaya ka daw bumabanat.
Alam mo, panira na lang yun. At yung mga sumisira na yan, siguro wala na akong maisip na iba eh. Kaya nagugulat nga ako na ina-identify ako sa kay former President Duterte o yung kanyang kampo. No? Alam nyo, lagi kong binabanggit ito eh. No? First is, hindi po ako garap sa gobyerno kasi nasa gobyerno po ako. Kurap po ako dyan sa mga politiko, sa mga bureaucrat, sa mga contractors na gumawa po ng mga kalokohan. Second is, alam niyo, marami ko kami nagtrabaho kay President Duterte. At isa na po ako doon during the time na nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic. Pero short-lived po yun eh. Bakit ako yung binabanatan? Bakit hindi yung iba rin? Na ngayon secretary nga eh. Na nagganda ng performance nila. At hanggang ngayon, gaganda ng mga performance din nila. Katulad nila General Anyo, Secretary Galvez, Secretary Vince Dizon. Kaya siya kanila, tagal nila kay President Duterte. Pero bakit hindi sila binabanatan? Bakit ako, na lumalaban ako sa korupsyon, bakit ako binabanatan? Matagal naman yung stint nila kaysa sa akin. Although maganda lahat ang performance nila. So, I just don't really understand kung bakit nila ako binabanatan. Bakit hindi sila bumabanat sa korupsyon? Instead, ako ang binabanatan. Hindi rin sila nagsasalita laban dun sa mga identified na gumawa ng kalokohan. At ako ang binabanatan. Kaya, minsan ini-ignore ko na lang. Hindi ko na lang pinapanti. Sayang pa ho yung oras ko na bigyan sila ng pansin.
Mayor, ang iksi ng stint nyo sa ICI, no? Short-lived. Ano yung mga takeaway nyo? Saan nangyari?
Well, unang-una, we have a two-week lang ho stint ko doon. Pero ang laki ho namin na-accomplish doon eh. My team was able to accomplish a lot. Unang-una, yung framework, how to conduct the investigation, yung mga collaboration, yung mga MOU na tinayo namin with the different groups, yung mga importante rito, yung IBP, yung mga law firms na gustong tumulong pro bono, ganun na rin yung mga material testing centers and standards na talagang gustong tumulong din pro bono, mamahal na mga yon. Yung mga watch groups, yung M4GG, the Philippine National Police, itong forthcoming itong sa NBI at yung sa Bar Association of the Philippines. Ang dami yung gustong tumulong eh. Kaya lang, bigla silang nag-slow down dahil nga sa nangyari. Ano? Pero nonetheless, ang dami ho naming data na nag-gather, nagawan na rin ho namin yung process flow, how to coordinate with the Philippine National Police para ma-fast track lahat yung investigation. Alam niyo ba na ang dami na ho naming cases na iniimbestigahan in just a matter of 2 weeks. Ano? Pero sabi ko nga, sayang. Pero kaya nga kahapon, in-emphasize ko yan kay Sec Baines, pinakita ko lahat yung data sa kanila at kay General Azurin at na-appreciate naman nila. We're going to turn this over. Ngayon, ano yung takeaways dito? No? Takeaway ho dito is kailangan ho ng investigador. Kailangan ho talaga ng lead investigator. Hindi ho pwedeng yung ginagawa lang ho ng ICI is hearing. Iba ho yung tinatrabaho ng ICI ho doon. Iba yung tinatrabaho mo sa field. Otherwise, paano yung thousands and thousands of cases? Paano mapapailan ng kaso yung mga yan?
So,
importante yun eh.
Yes, sir.
Pangalawa,
Yes, sir.
Kailangan ho talaga ng collaboration with all the other agencies. This is a whole of the nation approach. Kasi ako, nabigla ako sa magnitude. Kami ni Secretary Vince, we were really surprised yung level, depth, and magnitude. It became a livelihood program. Kaya kailangan ko talagang, matindi ho talaga ang pagsisiyasa to rito.
Sir, yung sinasabi niyo pong kailangan ng investigador talaga, si Azurin does not take that position, no? Kasi I understand from yung previous declarations ng Malacanang, advisor lang talaga yung posisyon na niresign na ninyo. I suppose yun din ang posisyon na bibigay kay Azurin. So hindi din siya investigator.
Yung nga ho, nakakalito nga ho yun eh. Kung wala akong mag-iimbestiga, paano ho yung thousands and thousands ng cases? Sa isang probinsya nga lang ho, kunyari sa Bulacan, thousands na ho yung kaso doon. Ilan pa ho yung ghost project yung 50. Sino mag-iimbestiga ho nun? Sino mananagot doon kung wala mag-iimbestiga? Yung PNP? Pwede ho yung PNP, pero someone needs to supervise them. Kaya nga ho yung organization ho sana ng team namin is there should be a supervising investigator for Luzon, for Visayas and Mindanao. Siguro 2 sa Luzon. O 3 sa Luzon kasi matindi sa Luzon area. Tapos merong lead head investigator. Ganun ho dapat yun eh. Pero hindi ho natuloy eh. Pero talagang ang key takeaway doon is kailangan ng investigador. Kailangan ng isang lead investigator that will orchestrate yung entire investigative effort. Importante ho yun.
For the first time,
Hindi
Mayor,
ba nalinaw yan when you were recruited?
naglabas yung ICI ng isang output, yung kanilang Immigration Lookout Bulletin. No? Kayo ba ay naging bahagi, at least nung habang nandun kayo, para gawin yung listahan na yan? Ito kasi yung first output ng ICI eh.
Well, hindi na po ako kasali doon sa ganun ano. Ang naibibigay ko po sa kanila yung mga listahan ho ng dapat imbitahan during the hearing.
Ami,
Dahil based po dun sa mga investigation nung na ginagawa namin sa labas, na-identify ho namin kung sino talaga yung sino ho yung maraming kaso, sino yung mga nalilink para makuha lahat yung makuha lahat yung mga impormasyon sa kanila. Importante ho kasi yun.
Ami, you had a question?
Yeah, hindi ba nalinaw sa inyo from the start when you were recruited for that ICI, napakalaking there was a lot of fanfare about the organization of the ICI. Hindi ba nilinaw agad sa inyo, kayo investigador o advisor lang? Ano bang pagkakasabi sa inyo? Exactly what your role was supposed to be?
And then,
Ma'am
sorry, Mayor,
Ma'am Ami.
to add to that lang, we were able to interview Yusek Claire Castro, and she
Last week.
said, just last week, and she said that you were being offered to become a member daw, but on the condition that you have to resign as Baguio Mayor, and you didn't want to, kaya ka naging special advisor. Can you respond to that, please?
That is true. That is true, ma'am. Unang-una, September 3, I still remember that day. I was called up at sinabi sa akin that I need to resign as mayor because it's cabinet position. Sabi ko, wag niyo na ako isama dyan. Wag na lang. Sabi ko, wag na lang niyo ako isama dyan. Kung gano'n din lang na magkakaroon lang kayo ng problema, lalo na it's in violation of the law, okay na ako. Pero tutulong na lang ako. And then I was really surprised na isinama pa rin ako. Pero this time, ginawa nila ako ng designation. I am not even aware of the specific designation. Sila naman ang gumawa nun, hindi naman ako eh. Nilagay nila doon, special advisor and investigator. Sila ang gumawa nun, hindi po ako.
Pero sinabi ba sa inyo kung ano yung function ng special advisor and investigator? I mean, meron bang sinabi sa inyo yung parameters ng trabaho niyo for the ICI?
Ma'am, if you look at the pronouncement of the president, even the briefing of Yusek Castro during the time na in-announce nila yung appointment ko, yung background ko na binabanggit nila, it's all about related sa investigation. So constructively, kaya ako kinuha because of my investigative experience or my experiences in the field of investigation. Kasi makikita mo dun hindi naman nila Sana kung sinabi nilang ganun, dapat special advisor kasi ang kanyang skill niya is nag-a-advise siya, marami siyang ina-advise na ganun. Hindi yung ganun eh. Ang binabanggit ko nila doon, yung experience ko as an investigation sa mga Masapano, how thorough am I am during when I was briefing the president dun sa Cannon Road visit niya, yung mga ganun. Ganun ang mga binabanggit nila. So I presume that I was recruited into the ISI simply to help in the investigation aspect of nung buong mandate ng ICI. Kasi tingnan niyo ho yung mandate ng ICI. Hindi ho ba kung babasahin niyo, it's all about investigation and the filing of the cases or filing of cases.
Mayor, nabanggit nyo kanina na nagulat kayo gaano ka widespread, gaano kalawak itong corrupt practices sa loob ng gobyerno. Anong nasa loob pa kayo ng ICI, meron ba kayong nagawa na comparative, indicative framework or plan? Paano haharapin itong libo-libong ito? Halimbawa, pwede naman kayo magsimula dun sa mga high-profile cases. No, habang wala pa talaga yung mga staff na gagawa ng libo-libong posibleng kaso. May ganun ba kayong mga plano nung nasa loob kayo ng ICI? Na mag-focus
Yes.
muna, halimbawa dito sa lumabas na mga watchlist ng mga high-profile targets.
Yeah, ganun nga ho talaga ang plano. Kasi kung lahat ho ng project sa isang probinsya, imbestigahan nyo, ay ubuso kayo lahat. Kaya tinitingnan namin, sino yung mga controversial na mga contractors dito at controversial na mga DPWH official na involved dito. Siguro kukuha lang kami ng high profile na 2 o 3 lang sa isang probinsya. Lipat kami sa isang probinsya para mas malakas ang impact. Ganun ho muna yung initial na namin na framework na ginawa ho namin, na pinag-usapan ho namin. Hindi ho namin kayang imbestigahan lahat kasi mauubos kami sa isang probinsya pa lang, ubos ka na Sa dami ho nun
Mayor, tapos you said that you appear to have struck a nerve. Actually, you said you appear to have struck several nerves. Would you be free to tell us
Nerves are you talking about?
whose nerve are you talking about? Kasi sir, everybody of course is putting names to whoever they don't like or they disagree with. What about you, sir? Total, kayo naman po yung mukhang may tinamaang ugat. Hindi pala ugat talaga, nerve.
Oh, nerve. Tsaka,
Kanina po tinamaan ninyo.
Saka wala na kayo sa ICI, kaya pwede na kayo
baka
magsalita.
diretso yun na.
Okay ho yung kanya. kulang na lang ho i-torture nyo para banggitin ko.
Ganun yung style namin, sir. 3 against 1.
Lambing lang yun, sir. Lambing lang.
Ang mag-request ko na lang po siguro sa inyo is let's leave it at that. Basta, alam niyo kasi, kung talagang in-appoint nila ako, hindi ho ba konting courtesy lang na ipatawag nila ako. Sabihan ako na, meron kang problema sa ganito. Kailangan na ayusin muna natin to. Huwag ka munang mag-imbestiga kasi may problema. Hindi ganun Nagtatrabaho kami sa labas, hirap na hirap kami. Nakakatulog kami 2-3 oras lang. Alas 4 na umaga, nagbibigay na ako ng instruction. Matutulog ako. Alas 12, ginagawa ko lahat yung gagawin ko the following day kasi nga sa dami, bibigay ako ng instruction. Tapos malalaman ko na lang na meron na silang ginawang press con. Anong ibig sabihin nun? At yung press con, iisa lang ang ibig sabihin nun. Stop investigating. Stand down. Yun lang naman yun Napakasimple yung intindihin yung press con na yun. Kaya napansin nyo, may pambabastos pang ang ginawa doon.
I
You're
think
talking
you're
about the
referring...
press con of Claire Castro, no?
Yeah, I think you're referring to Yusek Castro's press
Yeah.
con when she answered a question about the 110 million peso tennis court in Baguio na allegedly inaward sa mga Discayas. And sinagot din niya yun when she was here last week and she said hindi naman daw siya yung nag-bring up noon. She was just asked by a reporter and so she answered. So she, I guess her point was that she wasn't sending you a signal.
It was a hastily arranged press conference.
Siguro ang issue ni
Siguro
Mayor Magalong.
yung nagtanong, bakit hindi nyo tanungin, taga saan ba yung nagtanong? Kumbaga, para naman tayong, alam mo, nakaka-insulto na ho na parang napakabobo na ho natin, hindi maintindihan. Hindi naman ho tayo.
Oh.
Hindi ho bobo ang taong bayan. Hindi ho taong bayan.
Sinasabi
Pero sa ngayon, seeing the work of the ICI, ngayon, as of now, ano pa yung, kung sakasakali ng mga you're still supporting them, no? Ano pa yung gusto
Yes,
nyong
so,
makita ngayon? Ano yung gusto nyong makita sa ICI?
Well, ang issue kasi ho doon na binabanggit nila is yung kailangan open yung hearings, ano? Dapat open to the public. Siguro may kakataon na i-open mo. Pero may
Yeah.
magkakataon talaga na dapat talaga closed door
Close.
siya.
Oo.
O mismo ang tetestigo na wala akong kalokohan doon. Kasi nakita ko yun eh. Kasi regular po ako nag-a-attend doon eh. Kung let us say wala akong labas, wala akong inspekin sa labas o kaya wala akong mga meeting sa labas, talagang mag-a-attend ho ako doon kasi there are certain personalities na ako po yung magtatanong.
Yeah.
Kung ano yung, meron po ako set of questions eh. Kasi ako ho yung nagpa-invite na tawagin po yung personality na yun eh. Tapos meron din po ako mga data na ilalabas na hindi ko naman pwedeng basta-basta iwanan yung data na yun. Dahil pag iniwanan ko, ito yung tanong nyo. Hindi naman nila maintindihan kung ano yung data na yun, bakit ko pinabalabas. Katulad yung may pinakita akong data na nanginginig mismo yung isang invited resource person. Mga ganun ho. Meron ho, kailangan ho talaga sigurong hindi ho basta-basta i-open yun dahil it might cause some misinterpretation at alam mo na, pag may misinterpretation, bigla na lang ilalabas sa social media na hindi niya nakikita, gagawa ng intriga.
Yeah.
Ako na agad. Masisira agad yung
But,
credibility.
Mayor, sorry,
alam naman natin may kalokohan.
Sorry, Mayor, we're being told to wrap up, but just in relation to that, what we heard was out of the 3 members of the commission, 2 were okay to open the proceedings, isa lang daw yung ayaw. I wonder if you could corroborate that or give us some insight into the discussions internally.
Ma'am, I'm really very sorry. I'm not privy to any of the arrangement.
Okay.
Wala po ako.
Pwede bang last na lang?
Sige.
Yeah. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
wala na
Yes,
kayo
sir.
sa ICI pero marami pa rin gustong kumausap sa inyo. Halimbawa, nabalitaan ko lang sa isang bubwit na maraming mga obispo yung nakausap nyo last week. No? Mahalaga yon dahil very crucial ngayon yung role ng simbahan, no? Dito sa anti-corruption issues na ito. Kamusta naman yung inyong naging exchanges sa kanila?
Well, hindi naman ho obispo lahat yun. Second, yung pa ho, pastors. Well, napakaganda ho because yung mismong simbahan is now have decided to speak up. Dati-rati ko kasi gusto ng simbahan is apolitical sila eh. Neutral lang sila. This time, ayaw na ho nila maging ganon because itong corruption ho is already impacting yung moral values ng mga tao. Kaya to speak up as well and get themselves directly, actively involved dito sa campaign na to against corruption.
Okay.
Yung po yung basically yung highlight po nung aming pag-uusap.
Okay.
Ako rin, last na rin ako, Bok. Last na rin ako.
Bakit ako
Ako rin.
Ako ba yung
Hindi, linawin
gatekeeper?
ko lang.
Ako yung principal.
Principal eh.
Hindi, linawin ko lang. You're open to a hybrid hearings. Merong portion na bukas, merong hindi, no? Hybrid
Yes,
yun.
ma'am, Ami. Yes, ma'am, Ami. Apo.
Okay.
Okay.
Tuloy-tuloy pa naman. Ang gusto ko lang klaruhin ho na tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman ho yung aming investigation, involvement sa
Yeah.
kuwan. Kasi ang dami kong natatanggap pa rin na mga information, ipinapasa ko. Yung iba ho, talagang ang ginagawa ko namin, pinapasa ko namin sa ibang miyembro ho ng Mayor's for Good Governance kasi it's still our constitutional duty na dapat namin, pag may nalaman kaming anomalya, dapat yung local government should also initiate investigation and file appropriate cases. Trabaho pa rin namin yun.
Okay.
Kaya meron ako ipafile ng mga cases din po
Okay.
Mayor, balikan ko lang yung dun sa ano, yung you struck a nerve or you struck several nerves. I know you don't want to give names. I understand that. I understand completely that. So we have to respect that. Pero at the same time, kasi sabi niyo, the message to you in that press conference you were referring to was stop investigating and stand down. So that seems pretty clear. I'm wondering lang, I know you don't want to give names, but sa huli ba itong pinapaiwas sana sa inyo na imbestigahan, natuluyan o naimbestigahan o naiwasan? For example lang, yung nasa Immigration Lookout Bulletin, yung mga pinapaiwasan pa sa inyo, nandun. o ano pa rin, pending pa rin sila in limbo.
Torturer yan, Mayor. Torturer.
Parang,
Three syllables,
yun yung
4
tinatawag-
syllables.
Yun yung tinatawag na cognitive interviewing. Isa ho yan sa mga tradecraft na investigador.
Oh, Mayor, sagutin
Anyway,
niyo po.
sir, hindi pa ho naumpisan yung investigation.
Okay.
So wala pa yung
Okay.
ano, yung
The one that he was referring to.
Pero nasa front site
nila.
ho namin yun eh. Nasa front site din ho namin yun. Tulad doon nung binanggit ko na yung DOH, nasa front site ho namin. Pati ho yun, nasa front site ho namin yun.
Okay.
Okay. Medyo cliffhanger, but I have to end it. Galit na yung director. Thank you so much for talking to us. We'll have you back
Thank you,
another
Mayor.
time. Baguio City
Ingat
Mayor
parati.
and former ICI
Thank you,
Special
Mayor.
Advisor.
Salamat,
Benji
Mayor.
Matano.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
And there is no more time to close the show, but thank you for joining us. Join us again tomorrow, 4 p.m. for StoryCon. I'm Regina Lay, although I won't be around.
I'm Lingaw, kapatid, Bear One News. All sides all the time.
Oh, don't cry.
Thank you, Ami.
This is the Story Conference Group or the StoryCon Group.